Thank you for joining us today at the Natural Lifestyle Show. So today we have a very interesting topic that was suggested by my daughter. Our daughter, she said, talk about the foods that we did not used to like, but that we do like now, to give an example of how we have learned to love the good stuff.
Learn to love the good stuff.
And I also want to mention that I am going to be making a recipe video a recipe book very soon. So keep a lookout for that. I'm hoping in the next week I'll have that available, and it's just a lot of recipes that me and Billy have used throughout the years.
Yep.
And hopefully it will help you to learn to love the good stuff. So one thing that I did not used to like that I like now is cilantro. When I first tasted it, I thought it tasted like soap.
Yep.
Which I've read that can be kind of common for that to happen. I know it's a very detoxifying herb. Maybe it doesn't taste like soap anymore after you detox some, or maybe you just get used to it. But now I love the cilantro.
Oh yeah.
And Skylar loves cilantro too, because you like it in your rice at Chipotle, don't you, Sky?
Yeah.
So what's a food that you used to not like but you like now, honey?
Number one, I would have to say would be probably avocados. I don't eat them a lot, but it was one thing that I'm like, oh no, I would never eat that.
Why'd you think that?
I don't know. It just
Didn't look
it
appealing?
didn't look appealing to me.
Yeah, actually, when I was young, as a child, I didn't even know what an avocado was. I think it was when we started eating raw food that I found out what avocados were. I don't think I ever had one before then. Now, I saw some green guacamole when I would go to Taco Bell. Remember seeing the guacamole sauce that they offer on their tacos? And I would just be like, ew, green sauce on your taco?
That don't sound good.
Yeah, but little did I know it was some creamy goodness. I just didn't know it at the time. So what's something else that I didn't used to like that I have learned to love? Well, when I was younger, I could not stand salads. I only liked cooked vegetables. But when we started eating raw food again, I really start to love the salads, and I still love a salad. Hello there, how are y'all doing today?
Hey.
How are you? Do y'all have any foods that you used to hate but you love now? We're talking about how we have learned to love the good stuff and some examples of foods that we used to not like but we do like now. So my second one was salad. I couldn't stand the taste or texture of salad, but now, I mean, it's like the most satisfying meal ever to me is a good salad. What's your second?
I would have to say spices. The only spice I really liked was like pepper and salt. Anything else I did not like. But now I like cayenne pepper. I like all the spices, in all honesty.
Really? Is there a spice that you don't like?
None I've come across.
Okay, well that's cool. And spices, every single spice has a benefit. I have been studying for a really long time. I love the fact that God has given us natural medicinal herbs, and honestly, every herb is medicinal, to be honest with you. I have a book that you might like. I think I'll add it to our shop. It's called Kitchen Medicine. And in that book, she goes through things in your kitchen and how they can be used medicinally to treat various ailments. It's
cool.
a really good book.
That's cool.
Yeah, let me see. Can you think of something that I didn't used to like that I like now? Because I think, it seems like I like a lot of things, to be honest with you. But can you think of another one, honey, that you used to like, that you do like now?
I'm thinking.
I mean, our tastes have completely changed. Like our diet is, because we used to primarily eat, now looking back, a junk food diet. It was really sad, and we didn't even know it. I used to have high blood pressure. I used to have high cholesterol. I used to be overweight. I used to be on medication for insulin resistance and polycystic ovary syndrome. I was on, well, I don't know if I want to say it, but it was a common blood sugar medication. and I was on asthma medication. I was on so much medication because, you know, my diet was just jacked up. I didn't know it. But in like 2010, we found the raw food diet and went on that hot and heavy for a while, and that is when our taste completely changed because we detoxified a lot of things out of our bodies. And when you stop eating processed food, it resets your taste buds. That's a very important thing to realize. I lost, wow, let's see right now. I think I've lost like a total of 50 pounds from my heaviest. So that's really a lot of weight. And, you know, my blood pressure is not high anymore. My cholesterol is not high anymore. I don't have blood sugar issues anymore. If I have asthma issues ever, I have my favorite herbs that I take, mullein being, thank you, mullein being my favorite herb for breathing. Also, I like osha. Osha is a really good herb that's good for the respiratory system, that's not readily available, but it's a really good one. Yep.
That is interesting.
Yeah, so if you think that, you know, you don't like some things, I would recommend just like, you know, going on a bland diet a little while, like maybe just rice and vegetables or something like that, and not using a lot of salt. And then when you add things back, it'll like, you know, gourmet to add something back.
The problem I had way too much salt in my food.
Yeah, I've noticed that, you know, too much salt in my food, the next day I'll wake up looking kind of puffy, and so I don't like to do that. But I mean, I think that salt, if you use a good quality salt like Himalayan salt or
Good
something
salt.
like that, we can go on not there. Okay. Then people say it's good for minerals for your body. You just have to get a good quality brand because you know, the generic just table salt, they say it's got something in it that's not good for you. So really,
Oh, really?
yeah, really try to go for the mineral salts. For iodine, we take kelp. I do like Thai food. We used to go to a place, but I actually have on our playlist a raw pad Thai that was one of my favorite foods that I ate for a while. So I do love those flavors. Yeah,
You
they're
know,
good.
one thing that I didn't like was kale, and I love kale now.
Yeah, if I make billy of greens now, a lot of times it's with kale.
I love kale.
And our little boy, you like to eat kale straight from the garden, don't you? Yeah, if we go outside and he will pick some kale straight off the kale plant and eat it, that's a treat for him.
Yeah, matter of fact, there's a lot of foods that I didn't think I would eat that I now eat. And I've eaten so long now, and I'm like, that's just the way I eat now.
Yeah, so we hope that this has, you know, been entertaining and maybe a little inspiring to you. And like I said, watch out in the next week for the recipe book I have come out, and where you will see a lot of the recipes that me and Billy have eaten over the years.
Oh man, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Yeah, some will be our very favorite ones.
Oh yeah.
And also consider becoming a Patreon supporter. I have the link below, and that includes 40 posts and the 21 days of content too personal to share anywhere else that I made last year. So check that out, and we appreciate your support, and we appreciate you watching today, and we hope that God blesses you.
God bless.
Bye.